Okay, so Eagles running back coach Jamal Singleton just let the cat out the bag. 3 players, over 300 pounds, want to run the ball. I think it's safe to say that we all been waiting to hear about this for at least one of them. We also talk about 2 players that made the top 100 so far. Plus, this new Haason Reddick news lets us know Howie Roseman did the right thing. And Saqoun Barkley sits down with Deanna Rusani and says some great things you gotta hear. But first, let's hear from some Eagle players on how they feel that football is back.
Football's back. How we feeling? Feeling great, baby. Let's go.
First day of school.
I'm feeling good, excited for the new year.
Good.
Feeling great.
How we feeling, you know.
Football all day.
First day back, let's go.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Likewise. Good to see you guys.
Definitely getting ready for this fun-filled year.
Feeling great. Year 3, baby. Let's go.
Back at camp. 2012.
Best time of the year, baby.
Classes in session. Good. Amazing, baby. Let's get it.
I feel good. This is my love. I love my life. So, great to be back.
It's good to be back. All right, guys.
Feeling great, baby.
We're feeling awesome today.
Amazing.
Feeling great. Blessed to have another day. Thank you, God.
Year number 10. That's a lot of years.
You know it's gonna go fast, so make sure you buckle up.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Tall Podcast. If you're excited about training camp, do your boy a favor, hit that like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss the videos. So as we all know, the Philadelphia Eagles officially report to the NovaCare complex today for the beginning of training camp. The first practice is scheduled for tomorrow at 10 a.m. Should I drop a video after practice or go live during practice? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. As for 2 important Philadelphia Eagle players who will be critical to the success on offense in 2024, they landed in the top 100, starting with number 90, Devontae Smith, who in all honesty should be lower than number 90, but let's check in where he landed last year. Number 90, Devontae Smith, moved up 10 spots from number 100 in 2023, so he's on his way down the list, which is good, and I talked about it multiple times. Kellen Moore bringing that motion, bringing a different element to the middle of the field. It's going to help a lot of people on this roster. AJ, Goddard, Saquon, and Smitty. But I still think when push comes to shove, Smitty is going to reap the most benefits from an offense led by Kellen Moore. But let me once again reiterate, Goddard's still going to have a better year than he had in 2023. And AJ Brown has been better each year as a Philadelphia Eagle. And Kellen Moore ain't going to let him go backwards. So once again, who are you guarding? Who are you doubling? Will you stack the box? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Now let's talk about the second person on the Philadelphia Eagles who made the top 100, and that is Saqoun Barkley at number 86. Now this still counts as a Philadelphia Eagle making the list. However, the production to get him on this list was done for the New York Giants. And if you believe he's not going to be better with the Philadelphia Eagles than the New York Giants simply because the talent around him, well, then you just don't know football. It's as simple as that. However, number 86 is where Saqoun Barkley ranks going into 2024, down 55 spots from number 31 in 2023. But if you thought number 31 was high for Saqoun Barkley in 2023, after 1 year with the Philadelphia Eagles, he might be in the top 20 for sure. Do your boy a favor. Let me know in the comment section, where do you predict Devontae Smith and Saqoun Barkley will rank after this year on the NFL Top 100 list going into 2025? Drop it in the comments. As for Saqoun Barkley, he sat down on a one-on-one interview with Deanna Rusani, and it was a great one. We're going to listen to some clips, but first, I got to get to this little Eagles news and rumors, starting with Haason Reddick holding out for the Jets. Jordan Schultz tweeted this about an hour ago. Breaking, Jets All-Pro pass rusher Haason Reddick is holding out of training camp as he awaits a new contract extension per multiple sources. So again, just think, what if the Eagles never signed Bryce Huff because we thought we could work things out with Haason Reddick? What if the Jets re-signed Bryce Huff, we still had Haason Reddick, and he decided to hold out because he wants $25 million, which again, the team that traded a third-round pick that could possibly turn to a second-round pick, you would think they would trade knowing something has to be done with a contract. So even the team that traded for him is not willing to give him that contract. So it looks like, again, Howie Roseman, although at the time, me and a lot of y'all, and rightfully so, because Haason Reddick is a baller, 27 sacks in the last 2 years. He definitely deserved more money, but I would have been cool with 19-20. He wanted 25, and Howie parted ways before things got sticky in the city of brotherly love. You got to give Howie credit now, looking back at the trade. Moving on to something I've been talking about for a while, not with all three of these guys, but definitely Jordan Mailata. Eagle Nation tweeted yesterday, Eagles running back coach Jamal Singleton says Jalen Carter, Jordan Mailata, and Jordan Davis have all been in his ear about wanting to take snaps as a running back in short yardage situations. Now, the first thing that came in my head when I read this was the tush push, aka brotherly shove. Do they want to be the running back on the brotherly shove to be the guy who pushes Jalen Hurts in? Instead of having a 220-pound RB, you got a 360-pound D tackle or offensive lineman pushing Jalen in? Or do they want to literally take the ball and run through the middle for 1 yard and score an offensive touchdown? Shoot, I would like to see Jalen Carter run up the middle for a touchdown based off his attitude and power. As for athletic ability, Jordan Davis, you saw the combine, his 40-yard dash. The dude's a monster. I would like to see him fall forward. Good luck trying to push him backwards. But at the end of the day, Jordan Mailata, being an ex-rugby player, means he used to be comfortable running with the ball in his hands, similar to a running back, but that ball is bigger than a football. However, he stands at 6'8", 362, so I don't think any of these guys is getting pushed back. Now, I will say, you don't want to get one of these guys injured who are not used to it when you got a guy like Saqoun Barkley and or the brotherly shove at your disposal. But at the end of the day, I would love to see Jordan Mailata, Jordan Davis, or Jalen Carter, any one of them, run it in for a touchdown. But if I had to pick, it would have to be Jordan Mailata for the simple fact the rugby plays a good part. And if you've been rocking with this channel for a minute, we've been talking about it. Since Jordan Mailata was drafted to us, we said, why don't we use him in goal line situations? A lot of us, I've had multiple comments over the last 3 to 4 years talking about use Jordan Mailata. So again, it'd be more anticipated, but all three of them is a good choice. Let me know if you could pick one of Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, or Jordan Mailata to run in a 1-yard touchdown. Who are you picking? Lastly, let's hear what Saqoun Barkley had to say to Diana Rusani as it pertains to the Eagle fans and players when he first met them.
You go into the meeting, you sit in that team meeting, you look, and you're just like, damn, like, there's some ballers on this team. Like, you knew it going against them, and when you're game playing against them, but like you're in that room, and then you're just like, oh no, that's Jalen, that's Lane, that's AJ Brown. Like, you know, you're not. I'm a fan of the game, so seeing all those guys, and it's like, all right, like, you know, this something could be special here, but we gotta make it happen. It's so crazy when you see it from the opposite side. Like like I said, I was in New York and going against them. Like, you just like got a different viewpoint of everybody. But then,
well, what did you think of them compared to like what the reality is? Like, you saw them as what? Like, what was Philadelphia when you were a New York Giant?
Crazy, but they're still crazy, but in a different way. Like, it was more of like when you're on the Giant side, you're like, whoa, these motherfuckers are insane. Yeah. But like in this side, you're like, oh no, it's like, they bleed this. Like, this is Philly. Like, this is like, it's Eagles, Flyers, Philly. Like, they bleed this. Like, we lose on Sunday, like, they having a bad week. Like, if it impacts their week. Like, Philly fans, and even like Nick, like when Nick, I remember, you know, playing him in the playoffs, and like you see him across the sideline, and like he's doing all this stuff like that, and like we on that side, you're just like, oh man, like, I know I would never stand that guy. And then like I'm in meetings with him, and he's the head coach, and I'm sitting and talking to him, and now me and him are like this, like we're locked in, and it's like same thing with Jalen, same thing with all those guys. So it's like, it's different from seeing it that side, but when you're here, and it's like, especially the fans, it's like wow, like it gives you like similar to that college vibe, and like me going to Penn State, a big school, and those games that I was able to play there, like being on the side. I remember playing the Link Division playoffs and Uzi came out and the stadium was just rocking. Or even in the Christmas game, like they had like this light thing. I was like, damn. I was like, this joint is crazy. But like now it's like, you're like, I can't wait. Like I'm itching. I can't wait for camp. Like, I can't wait for the season. Like I can't wait to that first game. Obviously, our first game is in Brazil, which is gonna be pretty cool. Yeah. But the first time in the Link, like scoring a touchdown in there, like feeling that atmosphere, like knowing like how passionate this team is, like knowing they're all about you going out there, giving your best, winning, playing tough, playing hard, and like just buying into that culture. Like that's what I'm really looking forward to doing.
As you can see, players love to play for a crazy fan base like the Philadelphia Eagles, especially if you care about the game as much as us. As for the world always saying, nobody wants to go to the Eagles because Jalen Hurts is blah, blah. Do you hear Saquon? He said he can't believe he's playing with Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Lane Johnson. The Philadelphia Eagles is a destination that superstar players want to come to. Simple and plain. The world tries to act like we're not, but we know we are. Let's hear what he had to say about pros and cons and what he was looking for when he was getting a lot of offers.
And then, okay, where can I go compete for a championship? That's a goal of mine. I want to win a Super Bowl. I want to win Super Bowls. Okay, all right, home. All right, how far do we want to travel? Can we stay close to home? All right, let's think of our family. Me and Anna, we're both from Pennsylvania. My mom, I just moved closer to my family, and her family's from Pennsylvania. So all those things, and there was more that went into it. We literally made a list. Like we did, like I was with my family and my friends. We did a list, and it was pros and cons of all the places. And it was a no-brainer, actually. It was actually no-brainer.
It just,
like,
the pros on the Philly side just outweighed everything else.
It was a no-brainer. Like, only con on the Philly side was you might get hate. Like, seriously. Like, that was really,
that's the one con,
that
right?
was really, like, the, like...
It's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't realize I would get that much hate, but it's like, all right, all the hate and all the stuff on Twitter is like, is it really affecting my life? Like, no.
Who cares,
like, you know what I mean? So it's like, that was like the only con.
I mean, look, it's Saqoun Barkley. There should have been a lot of teams reaching out, but the Eagles were the perfect fit. He said it was a no-brainer. He said the only con was the hate, but he put that in the past real quick. And lastly, his true thoughts on the Giants' final offer and that situation that was talked about on Hard Knocks.
About it, we're really sending, true offers and, wanting me to come and play for the team. So then that felt good because it was like, all right, like, I felt like the Giants thought I was going to go out there and get 9, maybe 8, stretch at 10, and then I'll come back to them and it's like, all right, well, we got you. If you want to come play at 9, you come play at 9, which I think that truly would have got it done. I think that's just where they valued me at, or Joe valued me at. That's what, he had a price point where he was willing to pay, and he wasn't going to go over to it. And kudos to him for sticking to his gut. But yeah, that's how I feel, and I kind of felt like it was like, kind of a little disrespectful, to be honest, because it's kind of like a slap in the face. But you go see what you are worth, and then if you're worth that, we'll see if you're worth it, and maybe we'll match it. So it's like.
Whereas you would have liked the Giants to say, hey, we value you. Look what you've done for our offense. Look what kind of locker room guy you are. Look what you do for the brand of the New York Giants, right? If you are in the New York, New Jersey area, your jersey's everywhere. It's Barkley, right? There's very few other big selling jerseys. New York Giants are Saqoun Barkley at this point. And for them to say to you that you have to go figure out what your value is, or go test it because, we don't want to overpay you. Did you feel that it was a very one-sided relationship at that moment?
Yes and no. Definitely one-sided, but I would say no, because at the same time, like, you got to be mature about the situation and you got to understand the business side of it. And for 2 years, that's all I've been asking for.
With all that being said, I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. We will either be live at 9:30 or 10 to break down the first practice of training camp, or be dropping the video right after. So do your boy a favor, like this video, right? Subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss at least tomorrow's video. And give me all your thoughts. I love hearing from you. Drop the muscle emoji if you got something to say. And we out.